Hi guys, welcome back to SuperSteel Gaming. It's Steelarrow here, and today I want to get into another video. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below. Also, check out Major McDonald's Discord. I will leave a link to one of his videos in the description. If you go to that video's description, you can get straight to his Discord. There's tons of things on there to do and talk to tons of different people, so absolutely go check that out. Okay guys, so I want to get into the video, and today I want to talk about a very important question. Is Enlisted a pay-to-win game, or is Enlisted not a pay-to-win game? But I want to come at it from a slightly different perspective. So guys, basically here's how this video is going to work. We're going to cover 4 things: premium accounts, premium squads, premium battle pass, and all access pack. We're going to look at all 4 of those things, the things that could make Enlisted pay to win, and each one is going to get a point. And they can give that point to either side, meaning that if I say, for example, premium squads do make Enlisted a pay-to-win game, that's 1 point for the pay-to-win side of it. Or if I say no, that's 1 point for the not pay-to-win side of it. And we'll tally it up and decide who wins. So let's get into it. Alright guys, number 1, Premium Battle Pass. Now the Premium Battle Pass basically allows you to get up to, I believe, 100 rewards, which can be pretty good. The issue though is a good many of these are free, meaning you can get them whether you have the Premium Battle Pass purchased or not. It's just some of the premium ones are better. But the other thing is they're not much better. You're going to get a few more gold orders, but it's not like you're going to get significantly more gold or significantly more change appearance card or significantly more silver orders. Just a few more. It's not a major deal in my mind because you can still get quite a bit in the free version. The other thing that the premium does is it lets you go through it faster, but if you're playing the game almost every day anyway, you're still going to get there or almost get there. You can also get 100 free enlisted gold per season. So it's just really not. So I really have to give the point to the it's not a pay-to-win game side of it. I just don't think that that does enough to the game in general, but definitely not in-game. It has really no in-game effect other than you might have a few more silver and gold orders laying around. So anyway, guys, let's move on to the next one. So the next one is the premium account. Now, the first question needs to be asked is, what does it do? Well, here's what it does. It gives you 100 soldiers in reserve, 100 XP booster, and an extra squad slot for infantry or armor. Now, only 2 of these affect in-game. One of them does not. The extra 100 soldiers for reserve is nice to have, but it's not like a major effect at all. So the thing about the 100 XP is it's not that much. I actually went through most of Normandy without it, without a premium account, without a 100 XP booster, and I didn't get that much difference in results. I mean, it's nice to have, but it's not like some crazy amount that's really boosting you through the levels. It's just nice to have on those bigger battles where you do pretty good. The other thing is the extra squad slot can be helpful, but unless you're really high, it's not going to do you a lot, or unless you buy a premium squad. Now, my opinion on this is it can be slightly OP, but it's just really not that OP because there's nothing about having an extra squad that actually makes you better. It just gives you an extra squad. And if you have a really good setup without the premium account, it doesn't matter if you have an extra squad. I mean, the thing is, when I'm playing, very rarely do I use all of my squads. Like, there's a couple of squads I won't even use except in, like, one situation. Like, for example, in Berlin, I have an extra slot, but I don't even use it unless I need to bring in my engineer squad first. I mean, it's there, but I don't do anything with it. I mean, I very rarely use my engineer squad in Berlin because a lot of battles are, like, fast-paced, up-close and personal. It's only in certain situations where, like, if we're defending or something and it's a certain situation, I'll bring it in. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see that as OP. I don't think that gives you a massive thing. And since you can purchase for a really cheap price another slot, even that makes it less OP. Like before, that was a pretty big deal because you still got an extra slot. Now you can just purchase one for whatever's your favorite campaign. So it's really not a big deal. So I'll say though, so guys, I'm going to give the score for this one 0.75 to the it's not a pay-to-win game because honestly, I just don't think the premium account does a ton to influence the outcome of battles, and it doesn't do that much already, especially for the price. And then I'm going to give a 0.25 to the it is because of the slight OP combinations if you have premium squads or if you just have the right loadout that you can get from certain situations with having the extra squad slot. So yes, let's move on to the next one. So if you're watching the video still right now, thank you so much, because this is where it gets complicated. Now the first two were pretty easy shoe-ins for the it's not a pay-to-win game. I mean, it really was. It's just not that hard to say, yeah, the premium account honestly doesn't do that much. Here's where it gets tricky, and here's where I have a feeling I'm going to get some backlash in the comments. So the premium squads. Are premium squads pay to win? Well, I think there's two things that need to be done to even come close to answering this question in a fair, honest, unbiased way. One, division. We have to divide the premium squads down the middle between the ones you buy with enlisted gold and the ones you buy with real money, understanding there are some exceptions. The other thing we have to divide out is the bundles and the singular squads. Also very important to do. So, let's start out talking about the ones you can buy with enlisted gold. You still would have to spend money buying the enlisted gold, but there is a pretty big difference. The ones you buy with enlisted gold, to me, are 100% not overpowered. Usually for assaulters, you're going to get 4 guys. For a rifleman squad with bolt action, you might get 9. But it's all even, it's all equivalent, and their weapons are never going to be significantly better, if even any better, than the stuff you can get playing free-to-play. For example, in Normandy, there are 2 weapons, the M50 Rissing and the M1941 Johnson, that are premium that you can get in the Pacific campaign right now. So to me, guys, that just really doesn't qualify. It's just truly not a hard enough thing to fight a premium squad that you bought with enlisted gold. So it's just, they're not good enough. And honestly, because of the historical constraints Enlisted has on it, they can't give those squads that good of weapons. So I'm going to say that the squads that you can buy with enlisted gold, minus a couple of exceptions, are truly not OP and they're not pay to win. But here's where it gets complicated. When we start talking about the other ones, the bundles and the ones you buy with real money. Those are, in some respects. For example, the $60 MKB squad and Russian bundle squad, that one is honestly, to me, a cheat. You get a fully fleshed out squad with an engineer, with everything you need, and it's able to be going up against your gold tier weapons, such as the MKB that you can get from the gold orders, and even the MP43. So in my opinion, those particular weapons are absolutely 100% overpowered on a lot of those squads, and those squads themselves are overpowered. So then we have to come to your singular squads you buy with money, such as the MP41 squad, which I personally bought, which I don't find OP at all. Those are the ones I call exceptions. I think there's exceptions on both sides, where one squad just happens to be a little bit OP, even though you can buy it with enlisted gold, and on the other side, they just really aren't, even though you have to buy it with real money. For example, like I said, the MP40.1 squad is just not OP to me. It's 4 assaulters, it's pretty balanced, and you're getting an MP40 with just a better magazine. You're not getting some gold tier weapon that's just totally up there that you would have to grind the campaign out for. So that's just my opinion, guys. So I'm going to give 7.5 to the it is a OP premium squad side. I'm going to give that completely 100% to them. It's OP. So 0.75 to them, and to the it's not 2.5. So now we come to the all access packs. Now those 2 campaigns, Pacific and Stalingrad, that have them, need to be divided because they may seem the same, but both of them are different in a lot of ways. Now, I will give the victory to its pay to win right off the bat, before we even start talking about it, in the Stalingrad realm. It is a complete cheat. You get 4x, you get to unlock levels, you get to upgrade your soldiers to level 5, and you get premium squads. To me, guys, that's like so OP, it's just dumb. And for the free-to-play players, they still have to go through the levels that are locked. Meaning that if they want to even get a technology that's not as good but still there, they have to go through a level that they don't even get anything. And a lot of the good technologies are locked behind that paywall. The complexity, though, to this thing, guys, is that it's only in one campaign. So you can't really call an entire game pay to win based on one campaign. Especially when the Pacific campaign, after they learn from their mistakes, Stalingrad's pretty much dead. I hope their event's doing good that they just did, the end of Stalingrad, which is actually kind of ironic for this video. But the Pacific All Access Pack really isn't bad. I mean, it's annoying. I wish they didn't have it. I'm a complete anti-All Access Pack person, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it gives a few premium squads, but it doesn't lock levels. It doesn't hinder the game. And I think there's a lot more issues with the Pacific than the All Access Pack. Like, I've literally never heard it come up. In fact, if you want to see what actually happened to the Pacific, some things are changing. But if you want to see that, go check out this video right here. We just broke 5,000 views on it. People are seeming to love it. So absolutely go check it out. But yeah, guys, I just absolutely think that the Pacific's not that bad. I don't think the Pacific's an OP. I don't. I think the Stalingrad campaign is pay to win. So I have to really divide this. I think each side gets 0.25 for it because you can't let that reflect the whole game. I'll give 0.25 for the it's a pay to win, but I'm also going to give it to the it's not a pay to win because it's not all the campaigns. And I can't give it a full point because it doesn't reflect the majority of Enlisted. There's more campaigns that aren't that way than are. So for me, guys, I can't say that, oh, well, that's a full point. It just doesn't work. It doesn't reflect. And it's not even a popular campaign. It's one of the least, if not the least popular campaign in Enlisted, and very few people play it. So, like, it's completely not a representation of the game. So do not let Stalingrad be your representation. So that's really what I've got, guys. I just don't really think that there's quite enough here to completely convict it, but here are the final scores. Okay, guys, so our final scores here are 1 point total for the it is a pay-to-win game and 2.25. Now, sure, a lot of you guys are like, okay, come on, it had to be, or should have been closer. But guys, think about it like this. Let me give you guys an example of a true pay-to-win game. Now, there's a game called Modern Combat 5. In that game, you literally can buy gold tier weapons so powerful that no free-to-play player could literally ever beat you. You can buy armor so good that no free-to-play player weapon can easily penetrate it without all headshots. The point behind that, guys, is that yes, Enlisted does have quite a few in-app purchases, and I'm not saying I support that. But to call it a pay-to-win game, I just really can't yet. Now, there could come a time if they start completely veering outside of the historical lines to the point where we're just getting stuff that never even existed, and they're just pumping premium squads out like that, just at a really high rate, I will conclude that it is absolutely a pay-to-win game. But right now, I don't think that if you're a good player, you can spend enough money on Enlisted to be better than a free-to-play player. Now, you might be able to get an advantage over him in the early levels. That's true with some premium squads. But I don't think you can really get an advantage over most average players, especially when you have this very diverse set of players in most situations, by spending money. I also think a lot of the things in the it's a pay-to-win camp are based on circumstantial situations. Like, if you had a team that had a bunch of premium squad players versus a team of newer players with non-premium squad, they're going to do a lot worse and the premium players are going to get them. But it's like, that's not the majority of battles. The majority of battles is going to be a mixed tier on a mixed tier. Some of them have premium, some of them don't. And I think that's one of the things that drives the other side's score so low. But guys, if you disagree, do not fear. Let me know in the comments. I'm not like dogmatic about this. I just wanted to put out a video and discuss it. So anyway, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Steelarrow signing off. See you on the battlefield, soldier.